Okay.
I'm joking. So, food and bike tour. Tell us about that business. What it is we're doing. We got food, we got bikes, we got tours, and you put it all together. So
So essentially, the food bike tour actually started 2016.
Yeah.
So the year before that, I was biking with a friend of mine. I'm not a biker. I'm not a cyclist.
Yeah.
But I like being active. And she's like, I bought a brand new bike. Let's go biking. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I don't even have a bike. So I used my mom's bike with no gears, and we went biking. And one pedal, and she's gone. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. So we ended up biking from 23rd Ave all the way to like White Ave, and we went and we stopped and we ate, hung out in a patio, and then we biked a little bit more, and then went to another patio for dessert. And
You're bouncing around.
We were bouncing around, and I'm like, this is the best day of my life. Like, I just had so much fun. Like, we're outdoors, we're eating. I said, there should be an event like this. And so that kept, I just thought about it, didn't do any action. The following year, while I was doing another business, which we can talk about later, I posted up on Eventbrite, food bike tour, did my research. I didn't know any of the restaurants. I just said, this is a food bike tour. And in 1 week, I sold 10 tickets. And I'm like, okay. Well,
on Eventbrite, just like randomly?
Randomly? Yeah, randomly.
How
and
much did you charge?
$99.
Jeez.
And so then after that, I'm like, okay, I need to talk to my...
You want to just grab the fan when you get a second? Sorry.
No, it's okay. Yeah.
There's going to be a hum in the microphone because of the fan.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
turn it off. Yeah. Anyways, I was noticing that too.
Lost my train of thought here first.
Okay, so you sold 10 tickets.
So I sold 10 tickets, and then I'm like, okay, now I need to do my homework. Now I need to talk to the restaurants.
Yeah.
So I spoke to all the restaurants. I was like, okay, can you do this? They're like, yeah, okay. So I did my first food bike tour, and I was sold out at 35 people. So then the second year, I did 9 events, sold out the third year.
No, when you did that first one, before I'll just start back, did you have as many people helping you out with it?
I just had a friend. I had my friend come, and I had 2 friends, Georgie. Yeah, and the thing is, I had no walkie-talkie. I had nothing. Like now, from compared to my first tour now, the first tour, because I was thinking people are athletic as I am. So I went up the hardest hill. I lost everyone. People were trickling down 20 minutes after to stop. I'm like, okay, never again will I ever do that hill, because it's the one on Crestwood that goes really high up, and it's you have to walk it up.
In Crestwood?
Is that the one right in front of the Shaw Conference Center there?
No, it's going to the Valley Zoo.
The zoo, yeah, that's a decent hill.
And it's a hill, ready to go up in that.
Oh, that's where you started? Everyone started at the Valley
No, we were
Zoo?
going to one stop, at the Olive Tasting Room, so we had to go up that hill, and I think I had 5 of my friends on the tour, and they were all
yeah, no, I'm done with that one.
Yeah, so it was a good learning curve. So then, yeah.
you just killed everyone. Everyone spends an hour just walking up the hill.
I literally had
we paid $95 for this shit?
$99.
Yeah, $99 for this, and now we're all mad? Yeah.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, there wasn't a lot of food as there could have been. So, it was a good learning. It was a really good learning curve. And then the second year, we did 9 events. Did really well. We added another 2 because it was so popular. Third year, I think I did it every weekend. And this year I've done it every weekend now. I've added private and corporate, and then Calgary. So essentially what it is you go online, you can see all the dates that every tour, a tour happens every Saturday and one Thursday a month. Mm-hmm. And there's different restaurants, and it's all local. There's 65 different partners. So you can see which day we have. We'll have 5 stops. So you say, okay, I want to go on this Saturday. You book your tickets, and then you'll get emails of what you need to do, what you need to bring, where you're going to meet. And then, then we just go to, when we have a meeting spot, which is usually Constable Ezio Ferroni Park, which is nice because it's a beautiful, park. And then we'll go to, one stop, for example. We'll go to Chacarant, and we actually get to make our own, decorate our own croissants. And we get, the owner comes out, and then you get to try the croissant, and then you bike to the next stop. Mm-hmm. And then maybe make your own pasta, or, just learn about the company. And then you bike to the next stop. So it's like a pub crawl on a bike.
But
without alcohol.
Well, the cool,
or a little bit,
there's a little bit.
But it's not focused on drinking. It's more focused on the experience of biking and culinary.
Yes.
Yeah. I like how they basically this year I've gone on a few of them with you, and I like how it has now more interactive with the
restaurants.
No, with the people on the tour, they're actually getting you involved. They take them in the behind, the pizza place where the guys got to make pizzas.
Yeah.
The
restaurants are getting more.
They were making the doughs, and then the other place had they were making the chocolate, the croissants.
Yeah, it's more. The other one was doing a place where people are actually dipping their own donuts and decorating it. It's more hands-on now, which we we try to get more, you know, because you want to like, it's nice to just go to a restaurant and get served, but that's not the fun of it. It's actually like learning how your food is getting made, or like, you know, having a demonstration. I think that's more experiential.
Yeah, experiential, interactive.
And you're more likely to go back to a restaurant. You're like, okay, like this was made like totally fresh. I just saw how it was made. I'm gonna go back because I know that this food is made, you know, with love, and it's made with dedication, or blah blah blah. And
Because I made it myself.
Because I made it myself. Exactly.
Yeah,
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 so-
that's pretty cool.
So that's kind of the food bike tour.
Yeah,
on
so
it.
that's been going on for 3 years now, or 4?
This will be my fourth summer.
4th summer.
Fourth summer, and I'm expanding to Calgary next Sunday, July 21st.
Yeah.
So I'm really nervous. I'm really, really nervous about that. I don't have that many tickets sold, but we'll make it happen.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, you got to just expand. I think you just got to move into that market.
You gotta just try, and
Yeah.
it's scary because like it costs money to like, you know, you have to drive down there. You gotta like
get a place to
you
stay.
you gotta
everything
find a
right.
place to stay, and it's like you don't know the city very well, and it's like you came with me that one time.
Yeah.
We
To
went-
Calgary?
Yeah, well, we met at Calgary, and we were like cycled the actual route and talked to different restaurants.
I
And
was on my way to Kimberley.
Oh yeah, crazy.
Yeah, so we were driving down together. We met in Calgary, and then I went off to Kimberley, and
Yeah.
she just stayed and went back. Yeah.
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 Wild. Yeah. Well, Calgary's got their culinary is blowing up huge.
Huge,
Or
yeah.
has blown up, and
Yeah.
they got was it 25th? I don't know which. They got 2 little sort of main areas where they got their food. But just like growing up in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Did you grow up in Edmonton?
I did actually.
Yeah. So you know kind of what restaurants where the ghetto is. Like, yeah, we're not going there. Like, we're not biking there.
Yeah,
I want
'cause-
everyone to come
we're
back.
Not, we're not gonna go to All Happy, even though like All Happy is dope. We want to just go.
It's true, but it's so true, 'cause,
maybe
like,
don't want to go through that area.
when you're in
Yeah.
Calgary, you don't know really where to go. So like when we have to bike, you have to say, okay, you just have to kind of
Just ride it and check
just
it out.
ride it
see
and check it out and see, get the vibe.
See, do you do any like preliminary bikes by yourself? Like you've done that, so you're like, okay, this is kind of where I'm going, and this
Yeah,
is
we already have our route.
yeah, you got your route and
so-
your relationships with your restaurants.
Yeah, I already got my relationship with my restaurants in Calgary, so it's just a matter of selling tickets and really getting it fine-tuned in Calgary.
Yeah.
So it's the first time that I'm expanding to a different city, which is kind of scary, you know, because now I'm trying to create that system that I've like here.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing if it's expandable to Calgary and
Yeah.
Vancouver. I've been trying to go to Vancouver for the past 2 years, and I haven't been able to get in. So hopefully next year I'll.
Vancouver's a big market, though.
Vancouver's a big, yeah. The thing is, the restaurants just don't want to. They don't want to get involved.
They don't want to
Because
deal
well,
with it.
because
They're higher
they're
end.
bus-
Like I
they're
don't want to say
busy already.
snooty, but they're more.
They are snooty.
Yeah, they're just like whatever.
We don't need you. Like, and I pay, like, and I try to pay them double or even triple. They're like, no, we don't need you. I'm like, I'm here for half an hour. Like, why can't you give me like a culinary experience? No, we're too busy. Okay, well,
Well,
I don't
when,
know.
When aren't you busy? When's a good time to come?
Yeah,
in
and
your
that's
zone?
exactly it. It's just, I don't get that mentality, right? It's like you have a half an
I think
hour.
you have to go to the right spots, though, because I was at the restaurant up in Burnaby, and they were doing like school tours. They were bringing in
Yeah,
a
you
school.
were showing me that.
Yeah, when I was
yeah.
out there, and the restaurant was basically they had like 40 people at the thing just getting.
You know
a
why?
tour of
Because
the
it's in
restaurant.
I've been told not to do Vancouver, but to kind of go in the outskirts of Vancouver because the restaurants are maybe not as busy and the people are maybe a little bit more friendlier. I'm not sure. But I have the route already in Vancouver. Like, it's such a beautiful route, like
Yeah.
starting at Stanley Park and, you know, and then, yeah, it's nice. So I have 2 restaurants. Like, for Vancouver, I was trying to I need 5.
Yeah, that's
I could
true.
only get 2.
Well, it just might be.
It's like the other 3. Like, how hard is it to get 5 restaurants? Like, I
yeah.
would call them and I'm like, hey, like, come on a freaking tour, and they wouldn't.
You know what? It'll happen. I think it'll
Yeah.
happen when it's
This
supposed to
year.
happen. Once you get
Yeah.
once you get Calgary up and going, it'll be
Yeah.
a lot easier to get Vancouver there. You have more marketing
And it's
material.
discouraging though, like,
Yeah.
right? And even like Calgary, you're like, oh, like it's scary to even like jump. You're like, is it really worth it? But
It just might be the type of like clientele, or like you'd have to go to a restaurant that
that's
like
not as busy.
like what's not the busy. It's more so like the is it a higher end place you're going to, or is it like a big chain? It's just like
No, we
big
don't do
chains
big
don't. Yeah,
chains.
big chains don't really do that. That's
No,
kinda,
we don't do big chains.
Yeah.
It's all like local. So like in Edmonton, we try to do restaurants that are not as busy,
Yeah.
right? Because you don't want them to. If they're too busy, they're not going to take you, right?
Yeah.
They have to be like a medium-sized busy. You try to go in their low.
They're low
Like,
time.
like,
yeah.
times,
like a
yeah.
mom and pop shop.
Like a mom and pop shop. Yeah, like so for example, when we were doing Vancouver, like we had one stop called Pasture to Plate, and they literally just, we were gonna have, like they open at I think 11 and we were gonna be there for 10:30 or something like that, right? So it was like before they even opened, so it was perfect, right?
Yeah.
So we try to hit in times where it's not busy. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a complicated,
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts with
A lot
that.
of moving parts because I'm not only dealing with, my customers now, I'm dealing with
Restaurant owners or
restaurant, and it's
managers.
not just one or two, it's like 60,
Multiple.
it's like 65 plus partners, right? So, and it's like, and you have to make sure that they're doing their job, like, okay, like, what are you serving, how are you serving it, how are you presenting, because each restaurant that serves, or that, like when I go to a restaurant and if they don't do a good job, that looks bad.
Yeah, it looks bad on you, not on the restaurant, it looks bad on you.
On both of us,
Yeah.
right? So like I had one restaurant, I'm not gonna say name, and it's like they weren't ready for us, and it's like, hey guys, like, we're coming at this time, we're doing this, so like, there's so many people, there's these allergies, like, be ready for us.
Yeah, it's almost weird. It almost seems like the restaurants don't see the value in it.
Some
But
restaurants
like
don't,
they
yeah.
just they don't comprehend it. I'm just like, yo, you got 35 people here that just saw 4 other restaurants that were like awesome.
Yeah.
And then they come to your restaurant and you gave them mediocre service. I'm just like, it's, that's not gonna.
People don't go back.
They're gonna notice that. So it like you have the opportunity to wow 35 people and give them a crazy experience, and they'll come back, and they won't come back alone.
They'll bring their
they're gonna
friends,
come
yeah.
back with someone else.
It's great word of mouth advertising.
It is
that's for
amazing word
sure.
of mouth
It totally,
advertising.
you know what? We did a tour, like a Suncor tour, like it was like a Sunday. And then we did a tour the following Saturday, and we saw a group of a couple that came on the tour for the Sunday Suncor tour at this restaurant, and they had brought their friends.
Yeah.
And it was so funny. It was like, that's crazy. And then we had another guy who got a 350 people catering from one of the food bike tours for a WP Wagner school.
Yeah.
You need to get those
Yeah.
testimonials. I think those would be a
Yeah.
good one, like those types of stories. And then those when your restaurants, you say, yeah, this guy, this tour made them this much money and this and that and yada yada yada.
And it's hard to like. So for example, I say people are going to come back, but it's hard to kind of. Like, I know people come back because they tell me, but they don't tell the restaurant owners.
It's hard to track it.
It's hard to track it, and I tell people, like, if you guys go, like, just kind of let them know, so they know that it's actually valuable, right? Because it is, like you see, for example, a picture on a magazine. You're like, hey, of a steak. Okay, that looks good. Big deal.
Yeah.
But if I actually take you to the actual restaurant, and now you get to see the ambience, and then you get to see how the food is being created, like how your steak is like being plated or whatever. Are you going to make it? And then you're actually meeting the chef, owner, manager. Now you've created a relationship with someone. You see where the place is. Now you have a relationship of the of the atmosphere. You're more likely to go back. It's a different type of marketing.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Steve Andis here. If you enjoyed that clip, make sure you check out some other clips. Just click this link up top. And if you want to catch the full version of that episode, be sure to click this link down on the bottom. I'm Steve Andis on The Thought Exchange, the podcast where nothing is safe.